Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, and I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this. Coming to you live to tape, 25 feet below the surface of the earth, here for a special episode of Chaos Corner, the State of the Channel, show number 8. Fans, we have a lot of breaking news. We are going to break down the last 28 days here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. We'll talk about views, we'll talk about videos, we'll talk about demographics, we'll talk about geographies, because I am the over 50 demo god, the old man brand. Fans, in the IWC, follow me on all social media platforms, obviously here on the mothership, Guardian of Chaos, on YouTube. Follow me in real time on Twitter, and that's at Big Daddy G.O.C. And the G.O.C. stands for the Guardian of Chaos. Follow me on Instagram, the Guardian of Chaos. Follow me on Facebook. There's 2 accounts. That's right, there's 2. J Brony. You get to play on the name, right? J Brony, Jabroni. And Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian, in honor of my heritage. Follow me on Gitter, Gab, Truth Social, Rumble. I cover it all in the IWC because it's me. It's the G.O.C. We are here on 5/23/2023. So let that sink in. And just a big shout out to everyone out there. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button. Get us in the algorithm, because the channel, for what we do, because we don't compare ourselves to anybody else. We compare ourselves to what we're doing here on Guardian of Chaos. But the channel is exploding. Well, I don't know if I should say that in this day and age and what's going on in the world. But we're expanding by leaps and bounds, and I'm going to cover it all. Go back and check out the almost 2,000 videos here on the channel. And fans, there's nothing like it in the IWC. We're going to bounce off all the other social media platforms and end up here, Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. This is my stress reliever. And I hope I provide some stress relief for you. Because in order to get respect, you have to start with respecting yourself. Once you do that, you open other people's minds to respecting you. There's 3 types of people in this world. Those who don't know what happened, those who wonder what happened, and people like the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy, that make things happen. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog. I'm not here for Patreon or Reddit or Discord or whatever they call it, or super chats and paywalls. I'm here out of emotion and passion. With my over 55 years now, well, we'll conservatively go with over 50, as a fan, an agent, a scout, a historian, a smark, a mark. That's right, I said it, a mark, because we're all marks. And my over 3+ decades as a pro wrestling manager, with every hero, superstar, legend, young rookie, lion that you could ever think of. Check out the channel here, fans. Go to the community page and leave a comment. So let's get down to brass tacks here. I have all my notes. We're going to jump back to State of the Channel number 7, maybe even go back to 5 or 6 and look at some of the numbers. But over the last 28 days, we've reached a modicum of success here on the channel. We've expanded outside of just professional wrestling, TV, sports entertainment, and we have delved into a little bit more comedy and reality, as we've always been. Because this is reality TV. This is a reality show. I bring you into my home. I put a picture to the face to the video. Do you understand? I don't hide behind anything like most people do on social media. That's another subject for another time. Stay close to your family and friends and your loved ones, because nothing is guaranteed. Because Jesus Christ is coming back soon. Don't be caught dead without him. And I'm just going to say that because this is my platform. Fans, be prepared. That's why I'm here. There's a lot of crazy things going out there in society. We don't know what's going to happen. False flags, wars, rumors of wars, illegal immigration, racism, division, all the propaganda and BS coming from our own government. I don't want to talk about that here on this channel. So let's get down to it. But thanks for letting me vent here on the opening monologue. Chaos Corner, does it get any better than this? For what I do, I say it every time. A little bit new lighting, a little bit new camera, the whole 9 yards. And breaking news before we get into State of the Channel, the analytics show number 8. Seeing that we are here on May 23rd, 2023. 2 big announcements and huge shows coming up at my home, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, on all social media platforms. Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, that's right, with the Paradise 4, and you know who they are. Pretty Paul Roma, Mario Mancini, Paul Perez, and Big Steve Tracy. 2 big events coming up. One down at the training facility at PAPW. The unbelievable arena, the TV taping coming up. It's going to be incredible. June 2nd. It's on a Friday night. Recharged. There's going to be more stars and veterans, and the future is looking bright at PAPW than you can imagine. Rob the Giant, Brian Malonis, Megan Bain, Nikki Duke. I mean, there's so many people coming in for that show. Recharged. June 2nd. Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling in the shadows of Titan Towers here in the greater New England tri-state northeast area. That's another story for another time, going down the tubes there. But the wrestling in this area is a hotbed, traditional, rich in history and tradition. As I just said, traditional. The stars and the legends and rookies in the future and the past that have come out of here is unbelievable in this area. And speaking of that, let's always remember that you can't get to where you want to go to, or even where you are, until you recognize where you've been. Reflect. Look back. No one's saying stay stuck in history. Look in that rearview mirror. Honor it. Recognize it, because without it, you wouldn't be here. And then look in the windshield. Full speed ahead. Let's roll. So also, we're not done with PAPW yet. Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, June 10th. That's right, June 10th, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling returns to the Greater New Haven JCC in Woodbridge for an unbelievable rarefied air for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. The return of former MLW superstar, former IWA heavyweight champion. That's right. The earpod god, the most marketable man in pro wrestling, the sole proprietor, makes his return. He could have done it with MLW, maybe AEW, maybe the WWE, maybe Impact, Ring of Honor. Who knows where Holiday could have been? But he returns to his home at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Rarefied air, and again, the stars that will be on that show, along with the sole proprietor, as I just said, Mr. Richard Holiday. Big Bacon Brad Hollister will also be on the card for rarefied air. Breathe it. Suck it in. June 10th, JCC. Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Also, Megan Bain, Nikki Duke. The list goes on and on for female grappling, male grappling. It's going to be a sight to behold. The Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Pyramids of Power, sons of bitches. They will also be there to defend the title, along with the heavyweight champion at PAPW. From the Battle Academy, maybe no more, Hunter Tarka. There's a lot going on. I will be coming out with a full preview of the June 10th show for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Rarefied air. Breathe it in. Breathing rarefied air. The return of Richard Holiday, who had a battle with cancer, and he kicked it in the ass. That's Richard Holiday. That's PAPW. Not only teaching you about pro wrestling, about life, about storytelling, about emotional investment, about ring psychology, but as I said, about life, mentoring, being a good person, being the best person that you can be. That's what PAPW is all about. But we're not here to talk about that as I go on my 10-minute opening monologue here on Chaos Corner. This is state of the channel, man. Sit back and relax. Grab a beverage. I think I'm going to do that right now. Enjoy the sounds here of Chaos Corner down in the bunker. I got to say that quietly. All right, a big shout out to everyone out there listening. I greatly appreciate it. We'll talk about a lot of other things, but let's get on to the state of the channel. We'll be here all day. Analytics show, state of the channel, the union, non-union, whatever you want to call it, address of Chaos Corner. The overview. We went from 527 subscribers, because we haven't done a state of the channel analytics show. As I refer to my notes, we're here on May 23rd, 5/23/23. The last time we did a show, state of the channel, it was on March 13th, 2023. So 3/13/2023. Threes all the way around. What does that mean? Throw it in with the 8s and the 11s. Oh, yeah. God bless you all out there. Yeah, I'm a Christian patriot. First here, family first, pro wrestling, sports entertainment. That's what you get here on this channel. If you don't like it, you can change it, man. But you'll get real, honest opinions and views about everything here, especially pro wrestling, sports entertainment, and comedy, which we've opened up into, and it's been unbelievable. So again, it's been a solid, it's been about 2.5 months. But what we're going to do here for the overview on all the information that I'm going to present to you here on Chaos Corner. This is information and analytics from the last 28 days. So basically the last month. So since, I want to say, the end of April, thereabouts, and we haven't done a show since March, and before that, I believe it was January. So we've done 3 state of the channel's analytics updates here on Chaos Corner with your old buddy, it's me, because I tell it like it is. Yeah, I know. Wrapped up in chains. That's my life. That was my career. That was my profession. It is what it is, man. Don't come at me. Well, come at me if you want. Say something. So here's the overview of the last 28 days. I like to give a little entertainment here. It's not just about that, right? 527 subscribers to 640 subscribers as we speak at this time, live to tape right now. Here in the bunker, Chaos Corner, 640. Get us to that 1,000 subscriber mark. And then the 4,000 watch time hours or 4,000 watch hours. And then I can go live with Chaos Corner. Who knows? We'll be late night. We could be every day. Who knows what's going to happen here on the channel. But that's what will happen here. We're getting close. We were at 527. We are now at 640. And that's in the last 28 days. Before that, if we go back to the last analytics show, as I said, 527, we go back before then, back to the first show of 2023, the first State of the Union. I don't want to keep using that word, but State of the Channel. Where were we with subscribers? I got to believe that we were, because we've really gained a lot of subscribers. Again, we're not where we want to be. We're not at the 1,000. Okay, as I go through the last, bear with me here as I go through the last 5 months of analytics and information and research here on the channel and doing your due diligence. But you get the gist of where we were. I like to compare timelines and what we've done, not only in the last 28 days, but previous to that, because I don't do the state of the channel or the analytics updates every month, every 28 days as YouTube does it. I do it every 60 to 90 days. I try not to go too far in between so I can keep you guys updated so you can share and grow this channel for the G.O.C. So that's where we are right now, 640. We really jumped up from 527. I believe on the show at the beginning of the year. Again, I can't find it here in my notes. I have a bunch of notes. But I believe we were probably at that point in the 400s. So let's get rolling. I appreciate each and every one of you out there that leave a comment, that have a suggestion, good, bad, or otherwise, that call me out. Hey, that's fine, man, because I can take it. Remember who I am, where I'm from. Just remember that, because this is reality, what I did. Go to the info section and you'll see exactly what I'm all about. There's no hiding behind anything here. So I appreciate each and every one of you that have subscribed and left a comment. It means a lot to me to get into the algorithm. And whether we do or don't, whether it's one person, 1,000, 100,000, or 1 million, it doesn't matter, because I'm still going to be here, because this is my passion. This is my life. This is my lifestyle. From a young boy at 7 and 8 years old, when I was first exposed to the business, and then attending regularly as a teenager, and being a little bit ahead of everyone else here in the IWC as far as knowledge, wisdom, experience, you know, growing up in the 70s as a teenager, and just where I come from and the shows that I've been to, and the people that I've been fortunate and blessed enough to work with in this business. You know, over 30 WWE Hall of Famers, and if you want to go with International Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, TNA Hall of Fame. I'm not sure if WCW, all the different Hall of Fame. I've been in the Famers. I've been in the ring with probably well over 100 Hall of Famers as a pro wrestling manager. I'm proud of that. And thank you guys again. Right now, in these last 28 days, 265,000 views. And I thank you, the fans, for that. In 28 days, 200 and... Wait. You see all the notes, right? Kayfabe again. You know that's not the right information, but this is the perfect segue and opportunity for my catchphrase and one of the things I'm most proud of. As Bully Ray Dudley said, Bubba Ray Dudley, Team 3D, the Dudley Boys, perhaps the greatest tag team wrestlers and team of all time. I would say the Road Warriors, but the Dudley Boys are there, man. Two-time Hall of Famer Bully Ray, host of Busted Open Radio, still active today, one of the legit badasses in the business. Well, we were in a feud with the Dudleys, myself and Diablo Santiago, Oman Tortuga, the Outcast Killers, going for the NWA World Tag Team titles in a series of tables matches here in the greater Northeast area. Let me just say that to say this. Bully Ray gets me in the back. You know, I took the what's up, the whole 9 yards, you know, from the top rope, and the old dusty boom, 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 and swinging the hip, the old groin shot, bang, the elbow. I missed the body slam, Bully. I apologize. He said, give the Guardian of Chaos 5 spots and he'll fuck up for him. I consider that to be a compliment. No? Am I right? Okay. So, no. Total views on the channel. So this is apropos. Great segue. I hope you're catching along here. We're 18 minutes in. 265,000 views total for the channel, not in the last 28 days. In the last 28 days, we're coming up on 40,000 views in the last 28 days. So to correct myself, because when I'm wrong, I'll admit it, 265,000 total views here on the channel, and it was at 200,000 the last time we did a State of the Channel. And in the last 28 days, 40,000 total views, 28.4 thousand more than usual here on the channel. That tells me it right along there on the overview of what's going on, and you guys are spreading the word, and you're really watching the channel. I can't thank you enough, and I mean that. So that's 40,000 views in 28 days. In the last 28 days as well, 727 watch time hours. So you guys are spending some time here on the channel. So I appreciate that. Navigating, again, there's almost 2,000 videos. And then, you know, a whole bunch of unbelievable photos on the community page. So 727 watch time hours in the last 28 days. 567 hours more than usual. I mean, bang, have we exploded into the universe here on our channel and for our channel. So to look at that and to see the different watch time hours and compare it to the last shows, I'm still going through my notes here. So it was at like 316 hours the last State of the Channel. So 727 watch time hours in the last 48 hours. We are up 75 new subscribers. I thank each and every one of you. 75 new subscribers here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. 50 more than usual. That's how much we've jumped up in the last 28 days. It really has been fantastic, and I believe it's because of some of the new material, not only the legends, the classics, the history, the book reviews, the live watch-alongs from the current product to back in the day here on the channel. We've added some unbelievable comedians from back in the 70s and 80s, and roasts and Man of the Hour with some legends, and you guys are going to like it. And shows here and the demographics, and we'll get on to that. So 75 new subscribers in the last 28 days, 50 more than usual. 4,000, again, let this sink in. I know it's a lot of numbers. Write this down. School is in session. I get this, try to add some little sassafras rats to the show when we're doing numbers and analytics and research, because people want entertainment. That's why you're ultimately here, man. 4,163 real-time views in the last 48 hours. 4,163 real-time views in the last 2 days, in the last 48 hours here on Guardian of Chaos for Chaos Corner. Really, and it's not just about me on this channel. It's with people that I've worked with, events I've been involved with, people that were on the events that I've been involved with, people I have a relationship with, classics and things like that. So just remember, the videos and 98% of the content and videos up on here are stuff that was presented to me that I own. No copyrights, no infringements. I don't own some of the stuff that's up here, but getting hit with the copyright strikes and screwing up with the algorithm is really something here on YouTube. This is all my stuff. As I said, 98% of it. So let that sink in. So again, in the last 48 hours, thank you guys here. And we're here, again, we're here on a Tuesday. I'm not usually on the air on Tuesdays. So it's nice to see this, that over the weekend and last night, it's nice to see you guys are coming back here. Top content. I got to thank my buddy Mario Mancini for one of these videos. Top content in the last 28 days. The Family Guy, Peter Griffin. Thank you, Mario Mancini, for providing that video from the convention. My good friend and owner at Paradise Alley and my former podcast partner in the WWF from 84 to 92. And as I said, owner of PAPW, Mario Mancini provided that for me. Peter Griffin has been unbelievable here on the channel, The Family Guy. Thank you, Peter Griffin. 2.4 thousand views in the last 28 days, whether it be on the shorts here on the channel, which have really taken off here, the shorts here on the Chaos channel, Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel, been unbelievable. Peter Griffin, go out and check it out, you guys, and Mario and Peter Griffin together. The laugh is infectious. It's hysterical. Also, I was talking about Man of the Hour and roasts and from celebrities back in the bicentennial year, back in the 70s. And oh boy, the 70s were unbelievable. Back in Vegas, when Las Vegas was Las Vegas, and the USA was much better than where we are now, and we were a lot further along in relations and as people and in humanity then than we are now. It's like it was all planned, right? That's another story or a podcast or something I might delve into in another show besides my pro wrestling, sports, entertainment, comedy channel here. Reality TV Raw Dog! That's what you get here. So let's think about that as we watch some of those videos of the legends. And here's some of the videos in the last 28 days and 48 hours from Man of the Hour and the roast and the comedy and what life is really all about and what we should be, focusing on, whether it be being a Christian, the best person you can, laughter, love, family, being responsible, working hard. I mean, the content of your character, not your skin or your color or some quota. So the Duke, John Wayne, 2,000 views here on the channel. Legendary comedian Paul Lynde, 1.7 thousand views here on the channel. And then, of course, some in-ring action with yours truly, the G.O.C., and some WWE Hall of Famers, 1.3 thousand views for the in-ring action. And then the TV taping and the documentary that's being filmed down at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. That video I put up briefly everybody milling around and being on scene, but actually doing it in the ring for the documentary for Paradise Alley. 1.2 thousand views. This is all in the last 28 days. So it says a lot for my top content. My real-time views, and these have just really been something here. The classic pro wrestling videos that I've put up that are not owned by anybody, non-copyrighted, the whole 9 yards. So real-time views in the last 28 days. Tully Blanchard and Paul Jones here on the channel. 1.2 thousand views. The Big Texan Stan Hansen, 600 views. The legendary tag team, the Assassins, were coming in at 436 views, followed by the unbelievable tag team back in the day in Mid-South and Georgia and so on and so forth down in the Carolinas. Ivan Koloff and Don Kernoodle at 406 views, and then an unbelievable bunch of videos that I put up here on the Guardian of Chaos channel. You got to navigate through there, involving Rey Mysterio Sr. from Mexico, Mexico's Most Wanted, with 160 views. This is not the last 28 days on the real-time views. This is the last 48 hours. So again, referring to Bully Ray comment of giving me a certain amount of spots, and I screw up a certain amount of them. I don't screw them up. I come through and I ad-lib. That's what wrestling's all about, right, Bully? I know you're not watching. So there we go, top content, real-time views here on the Analytics Show. Let's see what we have next, fans. Stick with me. Don't go anywhere. This is the last 28 days here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel, and you guys are responsible for all of it. Well, I have the content. Views and content here on the status of the channel, state of the channel. 34.4 thousand in the last 28 days. 25.5 thousand views more than usual. I can't thank you guys enough. Here are the top videos in the last 28 days, and a lot of them are the last 48 hours to a week. And I talked about the legendary 1976 Centennial Celebration and roasts and Man of the Hour with everyone from Dean Martin to Frank Sinatra to Bob Hope. I mean, Don Rickles. It really was unbelievable. And the people that have been on here, you know, so I said, unbelievable. Did you catch that? Little emphasis. Top videos here on the channel. In the last... And a lot of them I just posted in the last week or two. But in the last 28 days, The Duke, John Wayne, 2,000 views. I talked about Paul Lynn, 1.7 thousand views. And, of course, the in-ring action with yours truly still stays on there. But I know it's not about me. I'm here to put other people over. That's what I did in the business. That's what I did as a manager, and that's what I still do now. But in-ring action, 1.3 thousand for yours truly. And then the videos that have had staying power and been here since I really started posting on the regular and say was over the last 3 years. The stink face with Rikishi. It never gets old on this channel. There's 3 or 4 matches and videos I was against and with Rikishi, Umaga, the Samoan Dynasty. Unbelievable, the honor and the privilege and the respect that I have. But his videos, that in the stink face that he did on the Haas Brothers or the Mercenaries, still holds up the test of time here on the channel. Just like the Missy Hyatt videos where I worked as a commissioner and manager back in the day in some unbelievable arenas, Westchester County Civic Center, and so on and so forth. So his videos, over 1,000 again this month. And of course, the videos, you know, where they get a little risque. This was back in the late 90s, Attitude Era. You know, Mickey James, Miss Cara, all the different ladies here on the channel, who was Alexis LeRae. You know, they got by the wrestler at the end of the bout. You know how it was, the old spanking. You bring in the valet, bop, 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 the lady in the corner. You know how it goes, right? I don't want to get too crazy here. It's a PG-13 show, and family's watching, man. But that stands the test of time, whether it's Mickey James, a.k.a. Alexis LeRae, or Miss Cara on here, or the several different women that Jerry Lawler has brought to the events that I've been on his shows, and I've worked with Lawler several times. And also, of course, Talia Madison, a.k.a. Velvet Sky, still current to this day, from the beautiful people. So all here on the channel, those views for whatever, whether it be Bobcat or Little Genie, a.k.a. Sweet Destiny, the ladies in the, you know, Tequila Rose, different ladies that are up here, Karen Renee, or, you know, Tala Nakoma Tala, all here on the channel. See how I said that in reverse? The intergender and the women's views, wrestling videos get a ton of views here on the channel for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because of their athletic ability or geeks, dweebs, nerds, and clowns out there are a bunch of perverted, which I don't think my fans are, but you know, take a shower, man. Put on some deodorant. Get rid of the smell. And watch it for the pure athletic performance. The entertainment value, man. It's not always about TNA. And I don't mean the company, TNA. You know what I'm getting at here, right? So those videos never get old here on the channel. They're the big sellers. How do viewers find us here on Guardian of Chaos? Well, you tell me. I'm going to tell you what the analytics says over the last 28 days. 70% of the people that find me here on YouTube, as I refer to Rodney Dangerfield back in, trying to think what movie it was, Easy Money maybe with Joe Pesci. I want some easy money. Where he went into the store and the lady's like, can we help you? And he's like, well, I'm browsing. I'm a browser. I'm browsing. What an unbelievable, hilarious movie. That's what it's about. If you don't have music and laughter and entertainment in your life along with our Lord and Savior, I don't know what you're doing here. You know, of course, your family and your loved ones. So 70% of you are browsers. I get it, man. I browse too, baby. We put the chains back on. I'm feeling the love. Wow, the sounds of nature here in Chaos Corner. So 70% of you are browsers. 13% are in the suggested videos, and that's because of new subscribers getting us in the algorithm. You guys know all about that. I want to get started on AI, or anything, which has nothing to do with nothing. I'm just saying. Get us in the algorithm. 13% are suggested. So if we hit the like, we share this, we leave a comment, we will get into the suggested videos, which is what we want. Live. We want live. We don't want live to tape, man. We want live here on Chaos Corner with the G.O.C. Big Daddy, it's me. So 12.8%, we'll say 13% are suggested. YouTube searches are almost up to 9%. We'll take it at 8.8% for YouTube searches on how to find us. It's got to be more. I have to have at least 15% if we're going to grow this right here. And we're going to have some fun with it and get us through the tough times that we're about to face here in the world. Channel pages is up on 3% of how you guys out there. The lucky 640, going to be to 1,000 soon, that are here as part of the family of Chaos Corner. Don't lurk in the background, man. Come on in. Leave a comment. Don't be one of those people that sit in the back. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. Say something. Say something if you're watching the video, you watch the video, whether it's for 3 seconds or for 15, 20 minutes or an hour. As we're here at 30 minutes, 32 minutes on State of the Channel. So that's how you guys are finding us here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. Again, all the other social media platforms. I already said it in the opening. Top moments here on the channel. And these are referring to the new way that we've directed the channel, pro wrestling and sports entertainment and comedy and laughter. The Driver, Dean Martin, Man of the Hour, Bob Hope, and again, Dean Martin. Those videos here on the channel that have been put up within the last couple of weeks, they have been viewed and watched. And again, you know the average viewer duration for people who have the brain of a dehydrated BB. On to the next thing, whether it be in real life, mainstream media, big tech, big pharma, all the things that these clowns are doing to WEF, to WHO, whatever. I don't want to get political because we're here to get rid of that. That's why I'm here. And I find myself being brought into it because of how crazy, and you get that feeling something's happening. But anyway, those videos, 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Dean Martin, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. The opening monologue from Man of the Hour, 8 minutes and 19 seconds. Bob Hope's act, 7 minutes and 7 seconds. And Dino Martin, once again, Man of the Hour, 5 minutes and 42 seconds. So people, and it's going to show in the demographics, you're going to see are watching this. History, respect, honor, tradition, reality. You guys get that, you know, being a carpenter, giving back, paying back to the ones that came before you. That's why this channel is growing even more. So those are the top moments, and the view duration really blows me away because it's unheard of when most of the attention here in the world is on to the next thing in, what, 30 seconds, 50 seconds, a minute, minute and a half? Let's be realistic here, right? The last 28 days, state of the channel, impressions in the last 28 days. They're up 168% here on the channel. 168% to 719.7 thousand impressions in the last 28 days. Almost 720,000 impressions in the last 28 days for this channel. We're on to something. Average view duration, I talked about those top moments and spikes here on the channel. But again, as I said, as like in life with people, whether it's good, bad, right, wrong, or different, the good, the bad, the ugly, I always say that. I notice a lot of people take the phrases, but only a minute and 13 seconds. So you wonder how long the Chaos Corner podcast, you go, you come back, you catch the replay, because we're not live yet, and that's where ultimately we want to go. Content suggesting us. Again, I told you about my connection with the Samoan dynasty. Everybody from Yoko to Afa to Rikishi to Umaga, God rest his soul, Yoko, Tonga Kid, Big Sam, Little... Unbelievable love, respect, and honor for those men. L.A. Smooth, Rosie, the whole 9 yards, been honored and privileged. And they stick on this channel. I owe a lot to them, whether it be inducted into the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame class of 2019, all the great videos here, is because they allowed me to work with them. Mahalo, brother. So, again, Rikishi Stinkface content in here, almost 8% suggested, right? And then, again, I say the ladies all the time, ECW Kimono Wanalea. You see what happened there as I said Kimono Wanalea. Yeah, that's also here on the channel. YouTube search terms, intergender wrestling, which is big in 2023. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's okay in its place, but I don't like the male-female contact. Mixed tag, stuff like that, I could go for that. You know, I'm not that old school. I could be new school. I get along and do everything with everybody. Remember that. So intergender on this channel, over 4%, because I have some great matches on here of intergender and with some classic ladies wrestling and even current day from Battle Royals on down. So that's big here on the channel, over 4%. And again, the Samoan Dynasty coming in at 3%. The wrestling videos I talked about with Alexis LeRae, Mickey James, Talia Madison, Velvet Sky, whatever you want to say, Miss Kara, this one. Yeah, the spankings here on the channel. That's about as PG as you're going to get. It's harmless, no news, none of that, okay? The external sites and apps suggesting us here, this is the last 28 days. Google at 24%. Use DuckDuckGo, will you please, if you want some privacy. But Google at 24% here for the external sites and apps. Reddit at 15.2%. YouTube at only 5%. How is that happening? We need more, guys. I need you. We need each other. You want stress relief? You want entertainment? We're here for each other, man. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, man. Did I say man like 3 times? At least I know I can define what a man and a woman is, right? Oh, it crept in again. I don't mean... This is another story for another time. Another podcast or a reality show for another time. So those are the external sites. We got to get YouTube up. I'm counting on you guys. And then there's something... Somebody help me here. Leave a comment. I know we're almost 40 minutes in, but leave a comment because most of the State of the Channel's analytics shows here usually go about an hour, a little less. So I watch it in parts. Come back. SeguraCaeda.blogs. Let me say it again. SeguraCaeda.blogs. SeguraCaide.blogs. SeguraCaeda.blogs. In any language or in any accent. 13.1% suggesting us. So whoever you are, or whatever you are, I got to do a little research because I do my due diligence. Thank you. 13.1% for external sites and apps here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. We're going to wrap it up, guys, here. I don't even think we'll make it an hour. So thanks for sticking with me. We're 40 minutes in. If anything, this is relaxing. No? Yes? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? McFly? Hello? Anybody home? That's what you get here on the channel. So, take a little sip of the beverage. We've got to stay hydrated. Before you know, it's going to be 95 degrees, 100 degrees. The weather's changing. Polar shift, whatever they're talking about here. I'm making this a kind of different show besides state of the channel and analytics. There's a lot going on. Read, do your research. Get in that main book every day if you can. Listen to something. Chin chin. I hear an owl. All right, analytics show, state of the channel of Guardian of Chaos on YouTube. Show number 8, one of my favorite numbers. This is the last 28 days, some of it the last 48 hours. We jump back to previous episodes to try to compare it, but we'll be here for an hour and a half with all the shows. I mean, and all the numbers, and I don't want to bore everybody. So here we go. 2.1 thousand returning viewers, and I thank each and every one of you for coming back. 2.1 thousand returning viewers. That's why we should definitely be at 1,000 subscribers so we can go live. 29.6 thousand, almost 30,000 unique viewers. Listen, anyone that comes to this channel is as unique as I am. I get it. Maybe I need some chapstick. I think. 29.6% unique viewers, 2.1 thousand returning. Again, subscribe when you return. Here's some of my favorite parts of the state of the channels because I like to learn this, and they give you the stats, the demos, the gender, the geography, and we know there's 2 genders. So here we go. Sit back, and this is a lot of fun. The demos, and I'll jump back to the previous demos if I could find it in my notes. The 13 to 7 age group and demos, 0.7% here on the Guardian of Chaos channel over the last 28 days. That's okay. It's all good. It's not necessarily for kids, but you could definitely check it out because there's nothing. PG, man. So 13 to 7.7%, that's okay. It's all good. Do good in school. Listen to your mother and father. Will you please? 18 to 24, 10.2%. I wish you all well. Congratulations from getting out of high school, going on to college, and congratulations to all you college graduates. 10.2% here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel in the 18 to 24 demographic. 25 to 34, 13.6% here on the channel in that age group. 35 to 44, 15.2% here on the channel. 45 to 54 demo age group, 17.2%. 55 to 64 age group, demographic, if you will, 22.8%. And there's a reason why I'm emphasizing this. We're going to bounce back. And then 65 plus, and I salute my elders, 65 plus demo here. And that's why I say old man brand, over 50 demo god, 65 plus. And thank you. I hope you're enjoying your retirement and hard work and hobbies and long life and health, and God bless you all, this demographic. 20.2%, over 20% at 65 plus here on the channel. Now, I want to go back because of the different demographics and how much it has really changed. I find this to be interesting, whether it be countries or age groups. The last, when I first did a state of the channel, I believe it was probably show number 5 in the beginning of the year 2023. The 13 to 17 group was 0%, which has usually been at since I've been on here on the live to tape Chaos Corner shows. 0%. 18 to 24 was 7.5%. The biggest group, my point was 27%, 35 to 44 back at the beginning of the year. And now it's at 15.2%. Back in January of 2023, my 65 plus group, which has exploded literally, was only at 5.8%. And now your elders with all your wisdom are coming in here and laying it on us at over 20%. The 55 to 64 demo in the last 28 days is at 22.8%, almost 23%. Beginning of the year was only 16.5%. So welcome aboard, everybody. let's enjoy this, man, because we are in the third and fourth quarter. But hey, I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. Thank you, Toby. But anyway, so to look at that, it really, it makes you put things into perspective as what you're doing and who you're reaching on your channel, if you can relate to that. So as I look back at that and the different demographics and how much it has changed. Back then, the highest demo here on the channel was the 35 to 44 group. Right now, it's the 55 to 64 group. At one time, it was the demo between 25 and 34 here on this channel was well over 28%, almost 30%, if I can find it. So, guys, bear with me because we're getting ready to wrap up. I just wanted to see if I had the rest of the different numbers here because I find this to be very, very interesting. Here's another one that I find interesting, and I hope I don't get these mixed up. We're talking about the different numbers. At one time here, and again, this was all in 2023, and especially the last 28 days is what we're talking about. At one time, the 25 to 34 demographic, the most important they're always talking about in sponsors at one time, was 100% on this channel. And then, as I said previously, at 30%. The highs in the different demographics here on the channel, the 18 to 24 demo was as high as 23%. Again, the 25 to 34 demo high was almost 40%, but in one 28-day period, it was 100%. I don't know what YouTube did with the graphics, if they're changing the algorithm, who knows? The 35 to 44 key demographic, 27.2% on the channel here. 45 to 54 went from 14% to 16%. At one time, the 54 to 64 demographic here on the channel was 12.5%. And I believe this to be from the roasts, the comedies, the legends, and the flashing back and the pivot, half pivot from, you know, staying with our bread and butter pro wrestling and then secondary sports entertainment and now comedy and laughter to give back. So look at those demographics. And now we'll get into countries because we're going to wrap this up. We're at 45 minutes. Don't go anywhere yet, man. This stuff is interesting. Well, at least it is to me because I guess I could be a geek too. No offense, WrestleNomics or Brandon Thurston. I think that's his name, right? So let's get back to now the top countries where Guardian of Chaos reaches out. Right now in the United States of America, top geographies that listen to this channel, 63.6% in the USA. Well, thanks. Don't you think it should be a little higher for a guy like me that's from here? Third generation? Hello? No? I'll take it. 63.6% United States. Well, let's roll, man. Come on. We really got to get together here. Let's get our shit together in every way. Canada, coming in at 4.2% north of the border. For all my friends up there in Canada. At one time, a great country. I don't know. Hey, it's a joke, baby. It's a work. For all my buddies across the pond. Unbelievable folks across the pond. They going through their own issues. 4.1% in the UK. And then, of course, all my India brothers, Pakistan, so on and so forth, especially the great fans over in India. Coming in at over 2% here on the channel. And down under, Shrimp on the Barbie, coming in at almost 2% in Australia. Those are the key geographies right now for Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel in the last 28 days. I know I'm talking with my hands. I'm Italian. You know that, right? You guys know that, right? Well, maybe black, too, if you listen to history, right? Just saying. Let's look back at the other top countries at one time here on the channel, how quickly it's changed in 5 months since the beginning of the year. Let's just check it out. I don't want to get too crazy. So let's move on because we got to wrap it up. I said it wasn't going to be an hour. I hope you're still here. It's almost 50 minutes. Our gender. 92.6%. It's a big sausage fest here in Chaos Corner, the YouTube channel. Guardian of Chaos Network. Guardian of Chaos, whatever you want to call it. 92.6%. The female demographic coming in at 7.5%. Everybody I get it with 7.5%. What? 7.5? What did I say? But at 7.5% females here on the Guardian of Chaos YouTube channel. At one time, it was 0. And then we were hovering around, I don't know, 5 or 6% if I look back. But if I keep referring back to these notes, we'll be here forever. And again, my top video right now, which stands the test of time, when I was commissioner and managing Diamond, DeVito, working for the NAWA, Slam Jam, Westchester, whatever. The top video here on the channel, still Missy Hyatt, at over 33,000 views. How about that? And according to the analytics and the channel, when you go to your YouTube research, here on the channel, my viewers also watch, and I guess it lines up with whatever content you're putting out or whatever you post or whatever algorithm you get in or something to that effect. Comments, got to be, right? I still don't know a lot about this stuff, right? Dutch Mantel, Story Time with Dutch, and of course, the Jim Cornette Experience. That's what YouTube said my viewers watch. So, I mean, that's what you have here in the last 28 days. 98% of you that are coming to the channel right now, and I'm blown away by this, 98% are not subbed. What are you guys doing? I appreciate you coming here, but sub to me, brother, sister, family member, loved one, whoever, sub. 98%. All you got to do is click the button, man. It's free. I don't ask for nothing here, but click the button, right? Leave a comment. Inbox me. I'm just saying. That's how we interact here. Subbed 2%. So let's up these numbers because I know I'm ended a little bit on a down note, but it's been very, very, very ladder climbing-esque, if that's even a word, over the last 28 days. We're growing the channel. We want to go live. We want to have some fun. We want to continue to do this for as long as we can. It's important for all of us. So I appreciate you guys being here. I'm definitely going to kept it under an hour. All the different numbers that I've given you guys and information here on the channel. I hope you enjoyed it. A big shout out to all the people that I work for and hang out with and listen to and enjoy, whether it be JD from New York and Off the Script, Don Tony and the Sit Down, Chi-Town Smart with Jesse, PWZ with the Professor and Showtime, the Wrestling Council with Hollywood, the Comic Book Bob, and there's many, many more that I could mention. Speaking of across the pond, my buddy Maurice and Cheap Heat Productions, who does the Mario Mancini show, again, doing good things. My buddy locally, the Kincaid Files, Don Kincaid. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that I enjoy listening to. Yeah, hey, listen, and Dutch Mantel and Jim Cornette as well. Those are my go-tos. All those folks I just mentioned, and there's a few that I'm loyal to and that I listen to, but and that I have conversations with and go back and forth with. I can mention 50 people. Those are the ones that just pop right to mind without even thinking or looking at it because I'm involved with them. You know, some on a daily basis and definitely on a weekly basis. At one time, looking at geographies, we had Brazil in here. We had all different countries. So it's amazing to see as I look back here in the notes. So again, that's what's happening here on State of the Channel in the last 28 days for analytics show number 8. As I sift through everything here, because it really has been a lot of fun for me. It's been relieving here on a Tuesday at 5:23:23. I'm going to upload this, put this up. What time is it? I don't know. It's in the afternoon time. It might be about, I don't know, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, thereabouts, Eastern Standard Time. But the last 28 days, we have gone ballistic. Think about that phrase. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And again, remember what I say. Think. Situational awareness. Stay close. Protect yourself. Stand up for yourself. Be proud to be who you are. And be ready and be prepared. I'll say that to say this. Because I tell it like it is. Don't you dare miss it.